Isn't much to look at now. It actually looks bigger without all the stuff on it. Hey, what's cracking, everybody? It's the middle of winter. It's icky out. Cold, it snowed. It snowed like 3 inches last night. Still working on the Savage. You know, the last time I saw you guys, we had gotten it ready for primer. And we shaved the back fender, shaved all the bolt holes out of it. We're gonna get rid of the rails, no sissy bar, no back seat. It looks to me to be close to a Dyna back fender is what it kind of looks like. But we smoothed it all out. In this episode, we're gonna primer and we're gonna paint. And it doesn't go as smooth as you think. So let's get started. All right, here we are, ready to spray primer. I shaved the back fender all down. I welded every bolt hole shut. We are not going to put any of the trim back on that fender. I bought a Harley Davidson Dyna tail light. That'll be flush, sit underneath flush, and be hidden, turn signals in it. So this bike's going to look pretty stripped out. Ready for primer. I got all the pieces made, all the body work done with the tank, so we're going to spray some primer. Well, now that we got the first coat of sealer primer on, you can take a little bit of Spuddy, nitro stand is what I use, and fix your any little divots or screw ups you see in the bodywork. This stuff is really handy for people that aren't good at bodywork. And I am not that good at bodywork. Tips, tricks, and tools of the trade to kick your project into high gear. Brought to you by Dell's Performance. You want performance? Go straight to Dell. Tool tip of the day: spray gun. You gotta have a decent spray gun. So many different brands out there, so many different types, so many different kinds. You know, when I started as a kid, started working on my own cars, siphon feed was all they had. Siphon feed guns were upwards of $150. You know, and that's all we had back then. So you would blow paint everywhere. Siphon feed guns wasted so much product, it was unreal. I'll bet you a quarter what you sprayed ended up on the ground. HVLP guns started to come out on the market, and they were getting cheap enough where you could buy one for $100, $150 for a cheap gun. I bought one, and I love it. Now, throughout the years, I've upgraded. Right now, what I have is a DeVilbiss starting line set. It comes with 2 guns, and it comes with three different needles and tips, 3 different sizes for 3 different kinds of stuff you're going to spray. Whether you're spraying base coat, clear coat, you're spraying primer, you're spraying sealer. Whichever, the larger tip for primer, you know, the medium tip for base, and then the fine tip for clear. It's a great set. I don't know what I paid for it, probably around $100 the time I bought it. That was a while ago. I've had them for a while. They're easy to clean. They're nicer than the cheap guns. You definitely see a difference in the atomization of the product when you're spraying. You know, I got this beautiful coat on this tank. which is a mirror finish, very deep with this gun in a dusty shop. You know, this isn't a multi-million-dollar garage. I drink beer in here, I shoot pool in here, I work on my junk in here. And this gun does a beautiful job, beautiful job. So make sure you have a decent spray gun, even if you're just starting out. You know, it doesn't hurt to have the right tool for the job and a good tool for the job if you're starting out. That way, if you do a good job, you know you've done your best and you've got the best tools to do the job with. It's awesome. Make sure you got a good spray gun. That's the tool tip of the day. Ready to spray paint, got all the spot work done. We picked Plum Crazy Purple. See, my wife loves purple. And I'm hoping that when this bike's done, she's gonna be like, ooh, I love that paint. And then she'll like that bike and I can get rid of the little GZ250 we bought. So I'm gonna mix some paint and we're gonna get to spraying. My, look at that. That is purple. Definitely purple. And we just got it today, so it's all ready to rock and roll. Beautiful. That is beautiful. You know, paint is photochemically reactive. Not photosynthesis like plants, not photogenic like pretty girls and weightlifters. It's photoreactive. That means it reacts to light being out in the atmosphere. So, you know, you want to make sure you put the lids back on when you're done. Plus, the chemicals that let it dry, your agents, your curing agents, evaporate. So you want to make sure you keep your lids on all your goodies because you know you did pay for them. So what's the point of wasting them? Boy, I tell you, that purple is more outrageous than I thought it was going to be. Wow, it is bright. I hope she likes it. So we're going to put another coat on and let it flash off, and then we're going to start spraying clear. Now we go through and we wet sand it. We spray it, and it looks okay. We're happy with it. Except for this guy. This gas tank was horrible. This gas tank was just unbearable. And I'll show you why. I'm sure on all the TV shows we watch, they paint stuff and it turns out perfect. Oh, such a beautiful job, and they cut and buff it and off to the car show they go. Well, welcome to the real world where things don't just get cut and buffed and off to the car show. Let me show you what's going on here. See all those little bumps? All those freaky bumps? They keep coming back. No matter what I do, they come back. I sand it down. I give it another shot. They come back. I sand it down more. Now clear down to the primer. They come back. I sand it down. I spray spot primer on it. They're gone. I spray the paint on. They come back. You know, it's happened to me before. I sprayed a car that had a vinyl roof on it. We tore it off and the glue reacted to the paint. You know, I've had it happen where there were decals on a car or somebody had waxed it or we forgot to prep solve it. But this is driving me insane. I've been out here. I've wet sanded everything 3-4 times. It doesn't happen on the fender. It doesn't happen on the front fender. It happened a little bit on the gauge cluster, but I don't know what's going on with this tank. I've got it cleared out everywhere but this tank. I might have to strip the tank down to nothing. That'll be just awesome. But I just wanted to let everybody know that everything isn't all just, you know, candy bars and unicorns. Sometimes stuff goes really bad and we have to sit out here in the garage and screw around for days and days and days and fix it, as I have been for a stupid gas tank. But we'll get it right. I hope. Okay, so we've been fighting with this gas tank for quite a while now, and guess what I did? I can peel the paint like tape. And it's not what I did. The color underneath is coming off with it too. So whatever paint was on it before, and I really don't know. I know it's not the original color. That stuff must not have been bonded too well because I'm taking it all off, and that, I believe, has something to do with my icky bumps. I'm going to strip this tank down to nothing, and then I'm going to primer it again by itself because nothing else did it. I'm going to primer it by itself, wet sand it, and then I'm going to paint it again. And this better be the last time, boy. I've had enough. Now we're going to hit her with some clear coat. I'm happy with how everything turned out. Now, I started doing this a long time ago. Mix some clear in with the color. It gives you a real shiny coat. It also gives you a good bit of depth in your paint. And then, after this coat, we'll give her 2 coats of clear, just clear, as clear as can be, just clear, and I think we're done.
This is where the magic happens.
We've already sprayed 1 coat, half clear, half color. This coat is going to be almost all clear, just a little bit of color. And that'll help us get the depth we need. That'll make the paint job look much deeper. Well, I tell you, I almost hate to put another coat on it. I mean, it's beautiful. But what kind of person would I be if I didn't push the envelope? I want more clear. I want this thing to look like a giant grape just got washed. I want it to look beautiful. I want Barney to be jealous. I want the one-eyed, one-horned giant purple people eater to be jealous. I want everybody to be jealous when she's riding down the road and just go, oh my God, look at that motorcycle, it's amazing. Let's hope this is my last coat of clear. You know, it was a rocky road to get here. We screwed around with that tank more than I ever wanted to, but it turned out all right. I love it. I love the color. I think she's going to love it too. We purchased Boulevard badges for $10 on eBay. Now, it's not a Boulevard, but they still make them like this. So with these badges, a little bit of polish, this bike will look like a much newer model, especially after shaving the back fender and having none of that, just a stroller seat. I think it's going to be a sweet, sweet ride, especially for my wife, who's a very sweet, sweet woman. I hope she gets to see this. So, next time you see me, we're putting the Savage all back together. Everybody, stay aware, stay safe, and have fun in your own garage. Don't waste it. Now, when we went to the paint shop, Andrew was with me and she said, Dad, this is a really dark purple. And I will tell you what, that is not dark purple. That is a bright, in your face, purple.